Hello, you guys. How you been doing? Today we're going to discuss the power of four elements. The four elements are fire, earth, water, and air. It's not a secret that a lot of people do contain the qualities of all those four elements. And knowing this information will allow you to build more efficient relationships and achieve your goals with easier algorithm, as long as you know your own element. For example, a lot of people do have one or two elements that are predominant in them, but depending on the goal, we need to include all four elements in our arsenal. So it's going to be easier for us to achieve the desired result. Let's subdivide the elements onto two categories. The group of the feminine category would be the element of water and the element of earth. And the group of masculine category will be the element of fire and the element of air. Why the division is such? Because every element has its significant feature that only that element contains. For example, fire, main category of its influence will be expansion. The fire symbolizes expanding its power. For the fire, there is no difference to burn the elm or to maybe I shouldn't burn the oak. Fire never thinks, uh, not selecting which energy it can consume. Fire consumes everything. So its main feature is expansion. Even though people who are business owners, people who are on the more of a fire energy, they're likely to be seen in your surroundings by the ability of making decisions quick and expand themselves very, very quickly in whatever is that they're doing. I'm sure you noticed that people with leadership skills are more likely to be quick on making decisions. They're not waiting forever for the grass to grow, right? So as opposed to fire, we're going to talk about the element of earth. Earth is the opposite of fire. It has a feminine principle of containment. It contains, it likes to save, it likes to keep the resources. As for the Mother Earth, there is no difference between its children. If anything or anybody is created, it means it belongs there, and Mother Earth can find a place for everybody, right? It's like a motherly instinct the Earth has. People of the Earth energy are more slow, the way they're doing things or the way they're perceiving things, because uh, inertia is one of the Earth's main features. It's not as expensive and fast in decision making as fire. However, it's very, very resourceful. People of the earth element are really good. They have better relationship with money because they are more strategic in the way they keep their resources. The next element will be water. Water is another feminine element, and its main feature is the ability to become everything at once. Water doesn't get divided. One drop goes here, one drop goes there. One drop contains the information of the entire ocean. That's the principle of water people. They're very intuitive. They like to dive deep. And for those who are interested in goal orienting, the water element also has its own interesting feature. People like this, they don't resist. They just go with the flow and they end up in the place where they want to be just as fast as everybody else because they don't spend time and energy onto resisting. The element of water allows one person to dissolve in the surrounding atmosphere, which means these people are very easy to blend in with the society. The minus of it, they can lose their personality and they can lose their identity if they're not familiar with the knowledge and how to be strong and preserve themselves. However, this is also a plus because these people are very peaceful and they're not resisting to the change. They just go with the flow and let the change happen and let the waters take them to the shore of their desire or whatever they wish to end up. And yeah, as I said, water is a very, very intuitive element. These people are very sensual. They can feel other people's energies and they know exactly what everybody else is feeling in the room. And the last but not least, last element is fire. Fire also has, oh, I'm sorry, not fire, it's air. We already spoke about fire. We started it. So the air, it's another masculine energy element. The air's main key component is freedom. Freedom, according to the air element, is not ability to do anything you want. It's lack of unnecessary connections. People with air element predominantly in their personality, they do not like to tie themselves with some obligations such as having anything to commit to. It doesn't sound that great at first, but when you think about it from the other perspective, energy of air is very free. What do we know about the wind, the air? It goes everywhere without restriction. So people of the air element, they are very good freelancers, or people who do not like to stick with a certain schedule like earth people would. Earth people would definitely do better at the job that requires them to be more consistent, to be less changeable, and to be more adaptive to the routine, versus people whose predominant element would be air. For them, lack of change would sufficiently deprive them of their energy that they love to use to achieve their other goals that they have set for themselves, because the freedom they have allows them to think creatively and allows them to move themselves from one point, from point A to point B, without any restriction. And also, people of air element, it's not only masculine energy, it's also very, very strong mental field. Those people are very, very intelligent. They are not as much about the feelings like water people, but they are definitely about the intellect, about the analytics. They're really good with information, and air is the best element to take think and move it to another place, right? So things like logistics, or things like um, media, transferring the information, perceiving, analyzing, and sharing the information with others, even blogging, would be likely careers that air people would choose. If you pay attention closely, you will notice that all of us are different, but knowing which element is predominant in our nature allows us to build more harmonious relationships. And also, for example, people who are business owners and who are hiring specific personnel, and they delegate their duties to different people in the personnel, knowing the nature of its employees, or people who you work with, will allow you to more efficiently watch your business prosper, because everybody's so different. Let's say you can ask the person with the earth element to be a bookkeeper, or somebody who will be responsible for the resources of the company, versus the person with the fire will be a better of a leader of the group, versus person of water will be a good HR or psychologist who hires other people, or somebody who will be as a heart of the crew. And people with air element will be the best in the department of advertising. I hope this video was useful, interesting, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video shortly, and have a beautiful day.